Hey folks, we're live tonight on South Padre Island. We're about the middle of the island, well away from the spring break destinations on both ends of the island. I look to the south, I see a few people out on the beach, but not many, and there's a few out to the north, but really it is pretty quiet out here, and it looks like a gorgeous day today. It's been a little bit breezy, a little bit windy at times, with that wind beginning to lay down, and I think tomorrow we won't have a big wind problem, but still that small craft advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Look at our map of the Western Gulf, and it shows some of the wave heights just offshore, and while the waves are pretty good here, it looks like I don't see any surfers from here, but the waves are pretty good. But just offshore, you can see wave heights to 8 to 9 feet with that southerly fetch coming in, really kind of kicking things up pretty good. So averaging 7 to 9 feet across the Western Gulf. But you have to get out a little ways to see those wave heights. So certainly the wind kicking up some pretty good surf out there, but also some pretty good waves just offshore. The wind gust across the valley today obviously been strong once again in this last hour. Still pretty good in the eastern half of the valley. You're looking at, 25 to 31, 32 miles an hour across most of the area, but far west in Starr County, the wind has died down. And here at the beach, it's still breezy, but where we are, we're about 5 floors up, and there's a breeze, but it's not bad at all. Not that strong and not all that gusty anymore, and it will likely continue to fade as we head into the nighttime hours. In fact, let's look at our future track model that shows what the winds are going to do the next day or so. And when you look at this, you look at the colors and notice already by 11 o'clock tonight, the colors are gone. And when you have no yellow, no blue, anything, that's a sign the wind has died down to less than 10 miles an hour. So by 11 o'clock midnight tonight, not much wind left. Now we go into tomorrow and watch what the winds do. You'll notice as the map goes forward, we don't see a whole lot of wind tomorrow. For the most part, winds stay relatively calm much of the day. In fact, they go southwesterly for a time tomorrow, and if you get a southwesterly wind this time of year, that's coming down off the mountains off to the west of us, and that's when temperatures can get really warm. So I think tomorrow parts of the valley could be well up into the 90s. In fact, far western part of the valley might touch 100 degrees tomorrow. But notice at the coast, the wind, light as it may be, stays out of the southeast, so it doesn't get quite as hot here. We go into Sunday, and then the breeze comes back. By Sunday, the yellows start to show up again. That's up at 20, 25 miles an hour again. So if you're looking for a day to fly the kite, Sunday's a better day, but for golf and other outdoor activities, Saturday, albeit kind of hot, will probably be the better day across the valley. Let's look at temperatures, see where we stand right now. These are the currents, and it's in the 80s in most areas, 86 in McAllen, 84 in Harlingen, 82 in Brownsville at this hour. Here at the coast, it's about 78 degrees right now. Our muggy meter shows what the dew point's doing, and it's been pretty consistently in the 60s all week long, and right now it's on the high end of the 60s, so it's still muggy, but still not up to summertime levels across the region. Air quality has dropped a little bit. We're now starting to see already signs of the smoke from agricultural burning down in Central America, so we've dropped to moderates. A little smoke in the atmosphere, and from where we're standing, you can tell visibility is down just a little bit. I'm looking across the bay, looking at those oil platforms that are over in Port Isabel, and they're kind of lost in the haze over there. So definitely some smoke in the air today. Can't quite smell it, but that'll change as we go through the next couple of months probably. So that's what it is from the agricultural burning down in Central America and southern Mexico. All right, high temperatures the next 3 days. Tomorrow the hottest at 94, but Sunday not going to be far behind at around 90, and Monday as well. That 94 is getting pretty close to the record of 98, so we're going to be watching for near record high temperatures across the area tomorrow. Future track shows what's going to be happening. The front is going to kind of sneak through the area, but the front's impact is going to be minimal. Again, if anything, it's going to warm us up, but it will shift the winds for a while. And that wind goes southwesterly, even northwesterly. It's still downsloping, and that makes it hot. It fades away as it moves eastward across the valley, and once it's off the coast, it just kind of dies, and that's the end of that. And so temperatures don't cool off at all. If anything, it gets hotter. We'll run this out to the end, then we'll jump to the forecast. But you can see that we're looking at plenty of sunshine tomorrow, plenty of sunshine Sunday for your activities, and all the way into Monday and Tuesday. We don't see much to change. Another weak front goes by Monday, but by Wednesday, Thursday, there is the chance for a couple of showers around. So let's go ahead and jump forward to the forecast then for tonight across the valley. Skies partly cloudy now, clouding up a little bit more later on, a low of 67. And then tomorrow, notice the wind dies down 5 to 15. Tomorrow we're back up in the 90s across the valley. In fact, most areas in the mid-90s. Here at the coast, cooler, probably upper 70s, maybe 80 at the island. But boy, once you get across the causeway from Port Isabel all the way to Rio Grande City, temperatures will probably touch 90. In some places, even warmer than that. Here's the 7-day forecast now, and as you take a peek at it, You notice there's no real big cool down. By the time you get to Wednesday, Thursday, the humidity drops a little bit, courtesy of that next front. And that front could trigger a shower perhaps on Wednesday. Excuse me, spotty showers are possible. But for the most part, it looks like we're dry through most of the forecast period. Today's front that's sneaking through, coming through pretty much rain-free. As expected, the showers have all stayed north, and there's been some rain north of the valley, but here, not so much. For us, it looks like a pretty good weekend. That's your forecast live from South Padre Island. Tim Smith, Channel 5 News at 6.